Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. We've got some homemaker motivation. Come spend the afternoon and the evening with me in the kitchen. I'm going ahead and getting my potatoes on for mashed potatoes to go along with supper. Crockpot mashed potatoes are my absolute favorite crockpot side dish. I have shared these on my channel many times, and I will make sure to have a recipe video and the recipe linked down below for you guys. Now we're going to make some homemade brownies. I have made this before as well on my channel, so I will have that video linked down below. This is the recipe that I shared in that Make It Homemade video, where you can make the dry mix and keep it on your shelf and then just add the cold and wet ingredients when time to mix. But these homemade brownies are my new all-time favorite recipe. One of his all-time favorite after-school snacks is a banana sliced up with some peanut butter on top. That is one of his go-tos. I'm going to go ahead and get supper going. Now I'm trying a new recipe. I will make sure to have it linked down below for you guys. It tasted amazing, but the recipe was for the crock pot, and I had a field trip earlier that morning with Winston, and so I wasn't able to be home to get the homemade meatballs and all of that going in the crock pot. So I decided just to do it in my Dutch oven, which, like I said, it turned out the meatballs and the flavor was amazing, but I think that it cooked too high, even at cooking it at 300 for like 2 hours. It still cooked it too high, and it ended up curdling the sauce, which you guys will see towards the end. But like I said, the flavor, the meatballs, everything was like cooked. It was really good. It just doesn't look very good. But I definitely want to try this again in the crock pot when I have time and I'm home and can, do the meatballs and all that for the crock pot. And the recipe that I will have linked down below for you guys, it called for frozen meatballs, which I wanted to make my own homemade, so you could definitely do that as well. So since I made homemade meatballs, I took and seared them off, and then I tried to drain the grease as best as I can, but it didn't work out 100%. I did end up having to scoop some off the top at the end, which that's totally okay. So I cooked mine at 300 for about 2 hours. And like I said before, I won't do this again in the Dutch oven. I do definitely want to try it in the crock pot though. So as you can see, there was some grease floating at the top. So before I stirred it or did anything, I went ahead and just scooped out as much as I could. I was super sad when I was stirring it and realized that the sauce had curdled, but we all have recipe fails, and sometimes I do too. It happens, and I always share real life with you guys, so regardless if it's a good recipe or a failed recipe, I still share it. And like I said, the flavor of this was really, really good, so I don't consider it a full fail. The meatballs were delicious, the sauce was good, it didn't have that nice smooth texture as it should have. And so that's why I definitely want to try it again, but doing it in the crock pot even with my homemade meatballs. So this was a Wednesday night, so Winston had basketball practice, so I went ahead and just got everything ready to go and kept warm for whenever we got back we could eat. Dinner was delicious, even though it didn't look 100% appetizing, and I'm excited to try that recipe again. The flavor was really good. Don't forget that I will have any recipes and link down below for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.